Welcome back for another episode of the Black Man's Heart podcast. I am your host, Barry Graves, and we have a very special show today. We have with us, I think she is the first woman on the podcast as a guest. So this is a very special day on the show. And I've checked her video. I came across her video on YouTube, and I was like, wait a minute. I know that accent because she said something like T. And I was like, T? I said T. I said, oh, that's Baltimore. What's happening? And when I saw what she was doing, man, it was like, oh, because she's working now, she's trucking. The first video I saw was a trucking video. And because there's this explode. First of all, let me get through the intro. We got with us one of the hottest up-and-coming YouTubers, one of the top Black female truckers on the East Coast, probably in North America. We don't know yet. The numbers aren't out yet. But she's on YouTube. She's changing lives, motivating people. And what we believe in here at the Black Man's Heart is that we cannot function as a community, as kings, without our queens. And she is definitely somebody that's holding it up for the queens. So without further ado, welcome to the show. Pinky, keeping it lit, 100 trucking to the show. What's going on, lady?
Nothing much, chilling like a villain, making it happen just like you said. Just trying to change lives and live my own life at that. That's all.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. When did you? So what made you start? You know, we're gonna get into your backstory in a minute. But what made you come on to you and just say, you know what, I'm a live out loud on YouTube?
Well, I've been trying way before I did YouTube, but none of my stuff would get noticed. So when I got into trucking, I used to watch LaShawn Parks and another guy, and I seen. And I said, shit, if they can do it, let me see what I can do. I just want to see, even if it don't take off, it's just something fun to do.
Right.
So I really wasn't trying to make nothing of it. It just grew by itself.
Oh, that's dope. Did you ever think that would be a career path of yours? Like, was it ever?
I didn't even know it was a career. I didn't know YouTube was a career. I thought it was just a hobby for people to do. I didn't know it was this serious.
Yeah. Oh, man. Do you remember back in the day when YouTube first got started? It was like, man, you probably need a production team and all kind of stuff. And then people were just coming out with these little handheld camera videos and things like
that.
Yeah. And then it became a thing where it was like when they put the cameras on the phone, it was over. It was over after that. I don't know. Was YouTube something like that you would tune into every day? Like, were you a YouTuber?
To learn trucking. Because like I said, I didn't know nothing about it. So it's like when I had a question on trucking, or even when I used to work on cars, you'd be surprised. Like a lot of us mechanics don't know. So we would just YouTube how to do this part, and YouTube helps a lot of mechanics out. It's just a how-to for me.
Ah, got you.
How-to.
I feel you. Because I replaced a alternator on my Ford Explorer with YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I was super proud of that. Super proud of that.
You should be. It's fun fixing things for me.
It is. I always mess it up. Sometimes I can't, so I don't even try. I'm a writer, so I'll write a poem about it and hire somebody. That's about it. I don't know. But where do you come from? Because I'm guessing Baltimore. I still don't have a confirmation, but I'm guessing Maryland somewhere.
Yep. Baltimore, Maryland. Like, I'm from the west side of Baltimore.
What? Shout out the west side.
Yeah, nah, man. West side.
I've been to Baltimore twice. I love it. It's grimy as hell.
Yeah, that's why I love. I'm not ever going back. I love my home, but I need more for my life and my kids.
I mean, I love my people, but it hurt to see the quality of, you know, the buildings, the streets, things like that. It's like, come on, man, take better care of the people. You know what I mean? The state could do a better job. You know,
yeah, the government don't care about the people at all.
Right. It was like a bigger tenderloin. Have you ever been to San Francisco?
No, I've been to Los Angeles, but not San Fran. No.
Okay, so in Frisco, we got this area called the tenderloin. We call it the TL. The tenderloin There were parts of Baltimore. It was like the Tenderloin was a city, and I was like, damn, like it. But I felt so at home. I can't tell you how at home I felt. I was like, man, I want to go to where they filmed The Wire. And they were like,
the West Side. And
they were like,
side.
nah, man, you don't want to go over there, man. Nah, you don't want to go over there. That's on the West Side. You don't want to go over there.
No, I think the East Side. I think the East Side got us beat because like it used to be a battle to where the East would battle the West, and we always be competing who could be the grimiest, the dirtiest, and all that stuff. So I'm like, man, this shit is dumb.
Who's got the best chicken boxes?
I mean, I'm from the West, so the corner stores on the West. I mean, yeah, like near Park Heights, and then Liberty Road. Liberty Road got the shopping center off of Milford Mill. They got pretty good stuff around there. But I ain't been there so long that honestly things change so rapidly. I don't know what's really changed, honestly.
See, now as a San Francisco Bay Area native, I just wanna put this out there. This is not for you. This is all for the listeners. I just want to put this out there, y'all. Y'all see how I just threw in the chicken box and how deep she went in? You would think I was from the neighborhood. That's how I get around, y'all. That's how I get around.
Oh no, wait. You sound like you from New York, you damn so.
I don't know. I moved around a lot. And so when I was 18, I went down to Knoxville, Tennessee, right? To go to college. And I promised when I came back after that first semester, I had a Southern accent. Couldn't even.
So you sound like New York all day.
Do I?
Yes, Lord. All day, New York.
It's so unintentional. We might have to edit that part out.
I'm just saying.
We might have to edit that out. I gotta keep my Cali stripes. I don't know.
Oh, you from California?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So why you sound like New York then? I don't get that.
I don't know.
I thought you was from the Bronx or something.
Stop playing. You serious?
For real? Yeah.
I love the Bronx.
Homie that's from the Bronx, and you sound just like him.
Yo, shout out the Bronx. Shout out Banana Kelly. Shout out UP United Players in the Bronx. Shout out Lori. Everybody up there. I love y'all. Miss y'all. Shout outs. Look, New York is like a home away from home. When we went to New York. This is about you. Let's get back to you.
Okay. I'm listening. Next question.
But no, I love New York though. New York is beautiful. It's we connected with Felipe Luciano, Al Sharpton, his family. Shout out to the Sharpton family. Shout out to New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Shout out to Latin King. Shout out to everybody up in Spanish Harlem. And have you been? You've been, of course.
The Bronx? No, I lived in Rochester, and I haven't really been to the major parts of New York. I mean, I think I rode through, maybe did a couple deliveries, but just doing deliveries don't mean you really been there because you just in and out.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of like me in Chicago. But New York. So if you ever go back to New York, you gotta try the what is it? The halal guys.
Halal? What's that?
The halal guys is like it's like a little Middle Eastern gyro euro food cart where they make and they do it right there on the spot, make up a plate or a little nice gyro for you, squirt the hot sauce in the
man, you know I'm trying to watch my food, man. I just got my body work doing that. Darn speaking anything, bro.
That's right. Now your fitness journey is something that we have been witnessing on YouTube. Everybody has been like giving you big props because
shit, they've been hating too. Don't leave that shit out. I mean, bad. I be wanting to excuse my language. I be wanting to, boy.
Yo,
ghetto part be wanting to come out.
When you're doing it for yourself, when you're doing it to better yourself, how do you handle the comments? I
mean, I'm used to it. I've been on YouTube for almost 5 years now, and I've been getting hate from day one. So it's like, okay, another bitch, excuse my language, another hater, another this. Like, it's just okay, whatever. It kind of just bounce off your shoulders, unless they say one certain thing where it's like, okay, now I got to handle you, man. I gotta do something with you.
Does it ever get to a point where it's like, all right, you know what? This is not what we're gonna do today. Let me just lay down a law real quick. Let me just put it down real hard and maybe change the brand or something like that. Like, does it ever get to the point where it just goes too far and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna just.
Not really, because I mean, I'd have been called everything. I'd have been called all kind of bees, whores, hoes, slut. You ugly. You not even all that. You only like a 6. I don't know why y'all pumping this girl head up. She's a devil. Like, I done seen it all. So I don't think it can get any worse. Only way I can see it getting worse than that if they attack my mother or my kids. Because you know my mom passed away. So I haven't seen that yet. Hopefully I never will. You can attack me all day.
Do you think that it's more prevalent when it's women looking to better themselves or uplift other women, or women of color?
I mean, do you think that I should be promoting it for them?
For women?
You mean like the surgery or just the wellness?
No, I'm saying like, do you think the hatred, like the negativity, do you think it comes more when women are trying to uplift other women, or when they're just doing something body positive kind of thing?
I don't know, because I mean, like I said, it's no matter what I do. It don't matter if I'm talking about trucking, if I'm talking about working on cars, if I'm talking about every single thing, people got something to say. So they just like messing with me sometimes, I feel like.
That's
it don't matter what it is.
You know, I was talking with my daughter about something like that one day. She's 8. Shout out to my daughter, Rio.
Shout out to your daughter.
And she's just, you know, intellectually, she's up there. So when she's trying to relate to other kids, she's also taller. She's also very brown skinned. And this is something thank you. And this is something that is not seen in her school at all. Brown skin, tall, beautiful, you know, all of that. She's like a unicorn. And so the way that she tries to relate to people is she tones it down a little bit. And sometimes they still don't accept that. What kind of advice could you give to women, young women, any people, brothers of all ages, in dealing with constant negativity like that and still holding your head up?
You gotta know yourself. You have to know your strengths. You gotta know your weakness. You gotta know what you're willing to tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And then you gotta be comfortable with yourself to where all you see is yourself. So when the outside bad energy comes in, like I said, it bounces off because you cool with who you are. You know who you are, and it don't matter. Like me, I'm gonna be myself. I don't care what nobody say, because it's hard for me not to be myself. Like, I can't be fake. If I'm fake, I'm so miserable that I'll start taking it out on people. So I have to be myself. I just can't be nobody else. It's just confidence is what it boiled down to where it's like you don't care. Like, you got to be stubborn against other people's opinions, because no matter what they say, like, I don't care what you say, I know that's not true. Like, you gotta be so confident of what you are that you just won't believe what other people say. You just don't, because you know you.
It's like it hits a brick wall kind of thing.
Pretty much. And then honestly too, when you study like psychology and you study reasons behind things, you learn to understand stuff more to where you don't take stuff so personal. Because when I was younger, I did a lot of research on the mind, and I did a lot of research on psychology. So I'm like, people just crazy out here. So I'm not supposed to be part of that. I know they don't mean no harm. They just crazy. They mind it right.
And they don't know it.
That's true.
They don't know. A lot of people walking around without being diagnosed.
It's not even necessarily diagnosis. Sometimes things is just what they going through or been through. Like this economy, man, people are going through a lot. That's another reason that I do what I do, because I mean the government don't care, so somebody got to bring love somewhere for people to get a little piece of it.
Facts.
People are neglected and hurting, man.
Facts. And just that spirit of not being stopped, that spirit of I'm gonna figure this out. Did that come from growing up in Baltimore?
Yeah, cause like I was on my own since about 14, 15.
Wow.
So I had to. I had to. I mean, my mother would do what she could, but it's like when she got with this certain guy in her life, she kind of chose the guy over her kids. So she would do what she felt like doing, but not what a parent should. And my dad was living his whore life, so it's like me and my siblings, we was on our motherfucking own.
Right. Were you the oldest or youngest?
With my mom, I was the youngest, and with my dad, I don't know where I lied. That dude got like 20 of us. So I'm in the middle some damn where. I don't know where, but somewhere I'm in there.
Wait, what was your dad? What was your dad's first name, please? I just need a first initial.
His name Franklin.
Okay.
Franklin Roosevelt.
Okay, cool.
Franklin Roosevelt, dog. Franklin Roosevelt.
Shout out to all the Franklin Roosevelts out there.
I love him still though, but that dude, he think with the wrong head.
and so growing up in Baltimore, like, is it what you see on the TV, or is it more to it than that?
You mean what you see as far as The Wire?
Yeah, like we've seen The Wire, we've seen The Corner, we've seen what was it? There was another Baltimore show. It was like a spinoff of something. But yeah, basically those two shows where they were like in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay. Because you never really see the other side of Baltimore.
Helicopters every day, police cars every day. You don't know from day to day if your house gonna get broken into, raided. Like, you don't know, you fucking walking down the street, mind your business, you just get jumped by 3-4 people. Like, what did I do? Like, why is y'all jumping me? Like, y'all, it's always a lot of violence. That's why, like, when I moved to North Carolina from Baltimore, and I didn't hear like helicopters and police, I was like scared. I ain't lying. I know dang well it ain't supposed to be this quiet. This is not normal.
Paying attention to every noise the house makes.
Yeah, and then people down here, they say hi to you and don't even know you. Here in Maryland, if you say hi to you, we looking at you suspicious like you about to rob us. Fuck you saying hi for, nigga.
Yo, that is the difference between anywhere else in the South. Like going to Atlanta, I went to Georgia, not Atlanta, Georgia. We're in the country and we're just driving down the road and people are waving. I'm like looking around, who are they talking to? My grandmother's like, just wave back. Just that's what they do, just wave back. I said, but I don't know them. And here comes somebody else and they're waving. And so I wave and it's like, okay, this is just what we doing. I bring that back to Cali, right? Because in Cali, we had not. We see another OG, we see some, we're not the head. We acknowledge you. We not the head. But we don't wave. We don't wave.
No. We don't know if you trying to rob me, kill me. You suspicious, motherfucker. You waving that. No, you nigga. Fuck it. Keep it moving, nigga.
Yo, New York, I was so happy to get there that when I touched down, I'm smiling at everybody. I'm looking at just so happy to be there. Nobody's looking at me back. I get to Harlem. Our guest is like, yo, did you have trouble finding a spot? I'm like, nah. I said, but it's the strangest thing, man. Ain't nobody looking at me. They said, what do you? Yeah, I didn't know that. They said, what do you mean? I said, man, I'm looking at people smiling. Ain't nobody looking back at me. I said, one lady even mugged me like I was.
That's how Maryland is. Yeah, like a lot of people. I mean, people be going through some shit, man. Like we be struggling up there. So I mean, and a lot of times, Baltimore. I hate to say this about my state, but we a crab city. Like most of the people there, they not gonna raise the next motherfucker up. If anything, if they can tear you down so that they look better than you, that's what they gonna do. I hate that. I hate it.
The crab syndrome. So speak on that because it happens in a lot of places where, like, you'll hear of a singer or a rapper coming up, and next thing you know, they're dead by somebody that wasn't even in the industry or that really had a legit beef with them. It was just that they were coming up and they weren't a part of it, kind of thing. Have you?
Yeah, it was this one girl in Baltimore. She was an upcoming hairstylist. She had opened her hair salon, and some Baltimore goons, because they didn't like that she was doing so well, they robbed her the first time. She tried to get a restraining order, do all the legal stuff, but they didn't really protect her. And like that, within that same week, they came back, and when she was leaving her salon, they shot her down. She died. And I think she had like one daughter. I think she was like 20.
Wow.
She was a young entrepreneur, and they killed that girl because they was hating on her.
So then it's like a real fear almost to succeed or be something more than what's around you.
I don't care. I'm at a point I don't care if it was meant to be for me to die for a greater cause, I'm not gonna not chase after my dreams or be somebody because people think I shouldn't be. Life too short. I mean, because you can die regardless if it's from a hater or not. So you might as well do it doing everything that you set out to do.
And that's free game. For everybody listening, that's free game right there. That is the heart of a soldier. And having that heart, it's when you become a parent, does it get stronger? Or do you kind of compromise a little bit for the other person, for the other parent?
I mean, I compromise for my kids. I compromise for you have to, because it's not just you no more. I mean, I'm sure I would have been a lot further because, you know, I didn't have the responsibility. That's why I'm proud of myself, because I shouldn't be this far with raising all them kids by myself, because I got 5 kids. I got 5 kids, and let me see, they by different fathers, and most of the fathers wasn't there, like they were deadbeats. So I had to pretty much raise my kids as mom and dad. But I still got to where I got. I still achieved. I still got my education. And I'm still, you know, still doing me. I'm not depending on welfare. I'm not depending on no dude. Like, I'm doing my shit on my own, getting my own money and all that.
We got to talk about relationships. I got to have you back on the show to talk about when we do our relationship series. Because
absolutely,
you have a whole series. I don't want to say a series, but you have several videos where you talk about dating. Dating is weird now. It's different than it was. I'm 42. So when I was 18, it was what, 97? In 97, it was just like, hey, how you doing? Can I get your number? Let me talk. And it was that easy. It's that easy. Yeah, right. I haven't even attempted it now. I'm newly divorced. I haven't attempted it. But I'm watching videos. I'm like, dang, bro, it seems tragic out here for people.
It is. It is. That's why, like, the guys I do get, I be mad that they be mistreating me, because I always come in with no ill intent. I come in bringing something to the table. Like, I don't be doing shit wrong. I'm not a cheater. You know, I don't disrespect nobody. I let him be a man. So what else can I fucking do? Like, I'm confused. I'm confused, because men say they want a submissive woman. They want a woman that listen. Like, I'm doing all that shit, but y'all, it's not enough. Y'all insecure because I make money, or I'm independent, or I don't know. I mean, I don't fucking get it.
Yo,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna throw out a few profiles there. I'm gonna throw out a few profiles for you, right? And you tell me if you've come across this person and what your experience was. Person 1, we're gonna call him Jerome, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Jerome has a good heart. He has a good heart. A little goofy, but he has 1 kid, and he shouldn't have had that kid, because all Jerome wants to do is do him. He just wants to do him all day. Now, he makes a decent amount of money. He could do more, but he's okay with where he's at, because, again, he just wants to do him. Jerome's only purpose in life is to have somebody help him take care of his kids. You know, he don't want a relationship like that. He don't want to be tied to. He just wants somebody to help take care of his kids so he can do him. Have you ever met?
No, because usually when I do get with these guys, they end up falling for me. It's just like you said, they still got pieces in them to where they still want to do them, but they don't know how to keep me around while they still do them. And I had some guys that you can clearly see he was a Jerome, but I seen that shit and I said, hell no. You're not just gonna fucking you take care of your goddamn kids and then play me. I had to fuck you up.
Let me give you one more. We're gonna call this dude Montel. Montel is, by all accounts, everything that you would want him to be. He's good looking, he's tall, he's whatever. All of this stuff. And on the surface, like I said, he seems like he has everything going. But he's very insecure. He doesn't like it when you wear tight stuff, revealing stuff. He does not like that you work so much. He would like it that you're home before he's home so that you can cook. He also wants you to work. Like, yes, go make your money, but you also need to be taking care of home. I need to control everything. You just be pretty.
Like the guy that cut me, relationship, he was a semi-myself. The only difference is it didn't matter if I worked. No, I was saying I had a guy that was something like a Montel, but the difference is he didn't really even want me to work. He didn't care about work. He just was controlling and had everything going on. Nice looking guy, but insecure and controlling. You can't do insecure because insecure leads to bullshit.
Like what?
Trouble. Because they think you're doing something that you're not even doing because they insecure, or it leads to them trying to belittle you because they don't want you to think too high of yourself because they fear you're going to leave. Like, it's too much. It's too much mentally.
And for somebody with dreams, does that kind of hinder you? Does it kind of like keep you from gaining momentum as quickly as you were, or keeping them, maintaining them?
You're trying to worry about pleasing this person instead of focusing on your priorities. Like, when you with somebody, you still have to do what you need to do for yourself. It's not just about that person. You still have yourself to be and become. And if a person don't support that, then you shouldn't be with them. Again,
that's free game. Another jewel that you just dropped. Because
when you live life, things start making more sense when you go through enough.
Now, to people out there, because I've had this question for women for a long time, and it wasn't really a question; it was more of an observation. I remember back in, I think it was 2003 or 4. What was it? 2002, 2001, when No Scrubs dropped, or No Pigeon? I mean, No Scrubs. It was like 90 something, I think, or 2000, somewhere around then. And it was like, all right, No Scrubs drops, right? And it's like, oh shit, I better put some lotion on my elbows. Let me step it up a little bit, because I ain't no scrub, but I don't want to look like one either. So, and then Destiny's Child drops with I Need a Soldier. Then it's like, I ain't no soldier, like I ain't gonna sag, but man, I'm all right. Let me show her I'm a little bit of a thug then. So dudes are trying to keep up, right, with what we think women want. What do women really want from a man?
Well, I can't speak for every woman, because every woman might like. First of all, and I'm not putting myself on a pedestal, but I'm not your typical female. I've already been told that I'm different in so many ways. First of all, I get called manly, aggressive. You ain't like most women because you not really a gold digger. This, that, and the third. So when you ask me that question, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for other women, because she might look at like the answer I give you. Man, shit, I don't know what the fuck she talking about. Shit, I got to have a dude with this, that, and the third. I'm a simple person. I don't need all that. Just give me loyalty, respect. That's my main thing.
Loyalty and respect.
That's all I want. Loyalty, respect, and make me feel like you really into me. Like, don't have me having to work super hard just to know that you value me as a person.
Loyalty and respect.
Yes, that's it. That's it. We can work on everything else.
Are you telling me that it's been that hard to just find loyalty and respect in men?
They insecure, because like I said, I'm independent, so I come with making as much as they do. Or like, I had one guy said he can't be with me because it's hard to be with an already made woman. I said, what kind of shit is that? What kind of shit? Fuck it and leave then. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here then, you fucking weak bastard.
Wait. Already made woman. So he wanted to raise somebody?
I don't know, but by me having my own place, my own car, a decent job, I guess that intimidates guys. Guys don't know how to handle that. They don't.
That's interesting.
My problem. That is my problem.
That's interesting. You know, I don't know if it's where I came from, but I don't think I've met one man that's been intimidated by a woman making money. I think it is because of where I came from. It's because the mentality out there is to break a hoe. Several rap songs that we grew up on. And it was just, now me, I've always been a romantic, a lover, a poet, that kind of dude. I've always been fascinated by pimps. But I've never been able to talk a girl into anything that she didn't want to do. So I was like, all right, man, I'm staying away from that, but I'm going to watch. And I would see dudes literally like to get with a girl. They're not the best looking dudes in the world. But this girl is breaking her pockets for this guy, right? It's not about, oh, she makes more, I can't mess with her. It's about, she makes more, that's who I want. And so I wonder if it's the landscape, if it's like a thing where it's like, I have to be so much of a man out here that when we're around, people need to know you're behind me, you're under me, you're, you know, that kind of thing.
Maybe. I don't, like, most of the people I've dated been like people from down here, like South Carolina, people from Maryland. I've dated a couple of New Yorkers. Yeah, a couple of New Yorkers, yeah. It's either up north or down south people. And most of the people would either say, why you with me? Oh, I can't believe you wanted to be with me. Like, it's insecurity. That's why I said I can't do insecure. Once I know you insecure, keep it moving. I'm not about to go through this shit no more.
Yeah, it does bring the energy down, like way down.
Yeah, and I'm tired of fighting and stuff. Like, I'm not going to jail no more for no other nigga. Like, I'm not about to fight another nigga because you insecure. I'm not about to keep doing this.
Yo, when the look, trigger warning. When sitting on the couch watching Love and Hip Hop. Oh, you must like her, huh? Huh? What? Excuse me? That. What? What did you say?
Yeah,
like who?
Like, I be with the dude. I'm like, yo, she is fine as shit though. Like, damn, look at that fat ass. God damn, shorty got a fat ass.
So, what is that with people that think you can't find somebody else attractive like you found them attractive? Have you ever been in a situation where the man was like, oh, I don't look at other women at all?
You a liar. Lying. Because I look, and I'm a be lying. You gotta look. Some stuff you can't not look. You have to look.
Right.
It ain't about what you look at. Just don't act on. Okay,
just don't.
Fine, okay, keep it moving.
That's part of that loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. As men, we were taught wrong. A lot of us were taught that being the man meant that you had to dominate, that you had to assert your dominance, that if you didn't, you were weak. It wasn't the thing of, well, don't show emotion and that looks weak. It was dominant.
You gotta know how to mix. You can't assert your dominance, because women do want a dominant man. It's just they only assert the dominance without the love. Like, you gotta know how to. It's a time and place for every action. So there's a time where you gotta assert your dominance because you are the man of the house and the man. And there's a time for love. That's just like with kids. You gotta know when to discipline and when to love them. When do the time call for that action?
And that's the part that I think we miss out on, because again, a lot of us were raised by our moms. I'm gonna say it. A lot of us were raised by our moms, and a lot of times what single moms do, not all single moms, but a lot of times what single moms do, especially in the hood, is they go hard on us. They feel like they have to toughen us up in some kind of way. And if you weren't shown love, or if you weren't given that caring hand, if it was like, stop crying, kind of thing, when it comes to women, it's a little more callous. It's like, I know I don't feel your emotion as deeply as I should. Crying isn't something that is seen in my house. It's, you can't do that here. So now we're raising our family like this, right? It's like, how do you break those cycles? Because I've seen a video about you breaking those cycles.
It's just that, like, the way I break my cycles is because I know how bad that made me feel. So it's like, I'm more of a logic person, but I do know my emotions, and I know how certain things make me feel, and I don't want nobody to ever feel some of the things I felt. That's why I try to change it up. So if I know being neglected or abandoned by my parents, what the hell I look like giving that same feeling back to my kids? I could never do that.
Right.
It's just like where I come from, you see a lot of crackheads, dope fiends, heroin addicts, prostitutes, all that shit, and I've seen that shit up close. And I don't see how some people follow suit to become that, because it destroyed lives. So what I look like becoming a crack fiend or a dope addict, and I seen how bad it tore them down. Why would I want to become a part of that? I just don't get it.
It is puzzling. You see it, man. You know what's crazy? is you see it in middle school. It's like, man.
Kids, y'all. Yeah, you see some doped out kids or cracked up kids. That's just heartbreaking.
No, as a kid, you'll be in middle school like, man, you ain't gonna be shit when you grow up. You already know. You already look like you ain't gonna be shit when you grow up.
Not necessarily, because there be some kids that had everything their parents could give them, and they spoiled to the T, and they grow up like, damn, yo, you turned out to be this. Your daddy gave you everything, and you sorry? Dang.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. There's some people that I grew up with, and I was like, bro, we grew up together. How did you come out? Like, man, we live right down the street from each other, saw each other every day. How did you grow up to be a sucker?
You never know what the future will bring until it just plays out. You just don't never know.
It feels like it's just in some people. And so being on YouTube, it's like you come across so many different personalities, especially when you go live. Your skin must be like a rhinoceros right now, because I remember I think you had this one video on there where you were vacuuming, and I saw the name of the song. I was like, what? Because I had just played that song in the shower, and I was like, nah. So I put it on it, and you were going crazy with the vacuum, and I was like, blood, she's crazy. That was the day I knew. I said, I gotta get her on the podcast. Because you did this thing that I thought only I do this. You picked up the vacuum cleaner and ran it on the couch.
Yeah, my dogs, man, they keep getting on my couch, so I gotta get the dust and the hair and stuff up.
I said, man, she's officially retarded in a good way. I gotta get her on the podcast. It's dope to see somebody just enjoying life, you know what I mean, and just putting it out there for other people to just enjoy. Like, you have no idea what somebody else is going through.
I know. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do it, because I know people going through it, and I hope that I don't care if it's a little smile or a happy thought. I want to try to put a smile for that moment. Until next time. So,
yo, you are definitely doing that. We appreciate you. Like, I put some of my boys on your videos because they're truckers. You know, everybody is tuning in. I hope that you come back on the podcast and join us. Yo,
no doubt.
It is a pleasure to meet you, to talk to you, and just to get that energy. You know what I mean? Because coming from Pac had this verse in one of his poems, and it was about a rose growing from the concrete.
Yeah.
And Baltimore is that.
It's the concrete, yeah.
It is that concrete. You know what I'm saying? And if you could come from there, you could do anything in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like a New York or a Chicago, or it's
you just
different.
Can't lay down. Don't if you get knocked down, don't stay there. Get up and fight. I don't care how hard you gonna get hit. Just take them hits and roll with it. Okay, that hurt. All right, let me get. Okay, you gotta duck and dodge until you make it and win one of the fights. Just keep winning as much as you can. You gonna win some, you gonna lose some.
Because you're gonna get hit anyway.
Yeah, that's life. That's life.
So many jewels, so much personality and just vibing. I appreciate you so much, Pinky. You got any shout outs? Anybody you want to say what's up to? Anything you're working on? Anything coming up?
I mean, I'm just getting back to work from my surgery, so I got stuff in the makings, but they're not really made yet. So no, not at the moment. Shout out to my kids. You know, shout out to my dad, my sister. I'm doing some future collabs with my sister because it's Lady Baltimore. She's coming up a little bit on the YouTube thing.
Shout out Lady Baltimore. I saw her workout videos too. She's on the... Look, I don't know how YouTube works, right? Because I'm watching trucking videos. Then I come across yours. I see yours. Now I see hers. I'm like, wait, is she this ain't the same person, is it?
No,
is this the same
not.
person? So I click on it. And I'm like, because y'all kind of look alike.
Yeah, my sister. Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, she said two. And I was like, oh, it's another one. It's another one.
You stupid, man. Yeah.
Look, the first time I was going to Baltimore, I'm in the car and I was like, look, a stoop, another stoop, another stoop. Man. And my host was like, you stupid. And I was like, no, man, you don't get it. It's just so many stoops. You don't see stoops unless it's on the TV.
I miss it, man. That's where you hang and chill. They ain't got stoops around here. I do miss that.
A liquor store inside the mall.
Yeah, get fucking talk shit. Like you just
and that's what it felt like. It felt like a real neighborhood. You know what I mean? And all the houses looked the same. I was like, wait, how do you know where you live? Like, I would be confused every day if I didn't have a car parked out front.
You know what's crazy? Like, before I met other people that's not from Baltimore, I didn't know how different our culture is. I didn't know it was that different, because when you introduce somebody that's never been from there to our culture, they're so like in awe. Like, what? Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Lifestyle. I went to the shopping mall. Is that a liquor store?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. I said, in the mall? What? I've never seen a liquor store in the mall, homie.
Dude, the South got liquors in their Walmarts and stuff. Like, shit, Texas, damn, here, North Carolina, South Carolina. The South famous for having liquor everywhere. They worse than us. I thought we was bad. They got us beat.
Yo, yeah. The South, that was the first time I had been in a real, it was a drive-through liquor store. I said, man, shut up. Shut up. Because it was late, and we shout out to Knoxville College, shout out to KC Bulldogs, Knoxville, East Side, West Side. We rolled over and they were like, yeah, man, you don't even got to go inside, man. We just pull up to the window. And I'm like, what? Man. They're like, yeah, man, then we gonna go to the gas station and get a burger at C. McD's. I said, gas station burger? What? It blew my mind. Blew my mind.
I ain't gonna hold you up. But you talk about Baltimore different. California got its own way of things too.
Oh yeah.
When I went to California, like, y'all is y'all own style, y'all own music, y'all own culture. Like, there's nobody else like California.
Hey, shout out
like
to
y'all
the West
stand
Side.
out.
Yep. Wait, what part of Cali were you in though?
I was in Los Angeles.
Okay. Yeah, LA is different. LA is hella different. Like you go to LA, you don't even know you in the hood.
Really?
You like, man, this is beautiful. What the fuck?
No, man, when I seen those miles and miles of homeless tents and homeless people and all that, I said, that's bad.
Oh yeah, you were probably in Hollywood.
Yeah, I said, man, they letting these people live like this, and you don't know you about to step in human shit walking on the sidewalk or what? Like,
yeah, you were downtown. But yo, you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime.
All right, lady, and to the next time, y'all have a good day. We'll see you on the Black Man's Heart. Peace.
All right, peace.